So, as you can see, I put a bunch of stuff on there. A lot of the stuff was on there already, but stacked more stuff on there, but I need to organize it better. Then we have buckets over there. Those buckets, one has water crystals, then like 2 of them have soil, and one has fertilizer, and then some of those buckets are, oh, not buckets, but pots I need to throw away because they're trash. And then this trash I didn't throw away yet. And then you can see my green stalks are along the fence, but I realized the one over there, the magenta one, I'm gonna move that out and put that in the center and put a pot in that corner if I can fit one. Push the green stalks a little closer together, and that pot over there where you see the wood chips on top, I haven't planted in there yet, and I haven't planted in this pot yet. But the plants that I had inside, I took those out and just threw the soil somewhere else because they kept dying. Oh, but I just noticed right here, something has been eating those little plants that were right there that I don't know what they are. Oh wait, no, nothing. Something is eating them, but there's a bunch right here. I didn't notice those over there. But I moved the pot. I just watered and everything, and I had stuff out here. So that tomato is doing good. That was my biggest tomato. And then I planted another tomato near there. And then around the pot, it's flowers, and hoping beans and peas will pop up in here. And I planted some mint in there and sprinkled some dry mint. And then this is where I have those big leaves. And the snails ate them, so then I replanted that pot and put some stuff in there. And then right there, we have the kale, the parsley, the mint, and flowers. And there were beets in there, and who knows what else. And then there's my pot of mint, and that one's empty. But over here, I planted flowers. I don't know if they'll grow because the root or whatever was really dry. And some of them, yeah, I don't know if my Asiatic lilies will grow. And that's my olive tree. We'll see how that does. And my blueberry bush is doing really good. And I planted some more stuff out, and I should have a lot of parsley coming in, because I just planted a bunch of parsley and more cilantro, other things. So my pots have shade, but I'm hoping stuff grows in. And I'm planting flowers in my pots, and then I just got new calla lilies. And we're going to see what grows. Yeah, everything looks good. And then I have filled that pot up even higher. And that one I would fill up higher, but I'm not because there's already stuff in there. And I have soil. And this pot is empty, so a lot of that soil is going in there. And those wood chips, next time you see this, or whenever I start working on the empty pot, I'm going to take off all those wood chips in the top of there and put them in the bottom, because I realize wood chips are better at the bottom to hold moisture, along with coconut coir, but I don't have any coconut coir for the empty pot. So no coconut coir in there at all. We'll just do wood chips. And then we're going to plant the rest of these green stalks out and see what grows. Oh, and look at that snail over there. And that green one. Yeah. And I went through and I saw a few snails and I picked up snails. But look at these beets right here. I'm going to plant these beets out. We're going to give it a few more days and see what grows. And look and see what grows in these pots. And depending on what grows in these pots, I'm going to either transplant. Oh, look at it, it's moving more. I'm going to transplant these beets into another pot. And there's a slug that ate the stuff and it died. But I'm going to transplant these beets into another pot. And then we have tomatoes up here too. So it looks like we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 more tomatoes. Because there are 2 and there are 2. And there might be more coming in. We have other stuff growing. We're just waiting to see. And I put mint over here to try and prevent. And it looks like these strawberries are still doing good that I just bought. Yeah, and we have stuff down here. Some of this stuff, after a while, I'll let it stay once we have a fully developed garden. But for now, it's where I'm starting a lot of stuff. And I threw out seeds. I threw out tons of seeds in that pot and in that pot. Then I'm going to throw out, oh, there's some more snail. There's another snail right there. And I'm going to throw out, when I get around to planting in there, tons of seeds in here. Tons of seeds in here. I like to get my seeds in bulk so I can just plant and see what grows and just grow, and it's not costing me a lot of money. But that bucket of water crystals is pretty much gone, so I'm going to need to redo that. But I don't know if I'm going to redo it all together or just do the dry crystals in water, because I want to put the buckets inside of each other. And I think I'm going to put the buckets down there if they can fit. And organize. And then I still have a lot of gardening stuff that I've had down there for years that I don't use as much. Yeah, so actually some of it I don't use at all, and some of it I've replaced and use other things. But I use like 3 or 4 different fertilizers. So we're going to see how it goes. And we're working on the garden. And I thought I would have a lot more space with putting these pots over here. But cleaning up, and I think yeah, because I really don't have that much space. But if you like, watch and subscribe and see what the garden is turning into over time. And if you watch some of my videos, you notice they're probably not in order. But look at that kale, how big that kale looks. But then there's a smaller kale under it that's coming back that the snails went crazy on. So if you like, watch and subscribe. Bye.